Before I joined Cashflow Tribe, I would go to these meetups and nothing really changed. There was no accountability, which is one thing that's really core to Cashflow Tribe. Not only did you have this intense sense of community, but you also had accountability.
I was working for somebody else that was not me. Okay, this 9-to-5 rat race that I'm trapping, I don't like it. I know something is bigger there for me.
Cashflow Tribe has been some serious practitioner information that I was able to tap into. I knew I needed to take it to a higher level.
Cashflow Tribe was Canadian, and that's what really kind of moved me more towards them. This is exactly the kind of group and people that I want to be part of.
If somebody's losing in one of my deals, I don't want to do a deal. If I cannot have my partners to win on the deal as well, I don't want the deal.
My name is Douglas.
My name is Tish.
My name is Alex, and I am.
And I am.
And I'm Cashflow Tribe.
Cashflow Tribe.
Cashflow Tribe. Huh.
What is going on, everybody? I hope you're doing well. It is my favorite time of the week. This is the Wednesday Masterclass for Cashflow Tribe. I hope you're doing well. It is your boy, Daniel Blagrove, hitting you with yet another masterclass. So for those who have been here before, listen, you already know the deal. Drop your city in the comments. I want to know where we're all tuning in from. It's good to see people like Ramona, Jan Carpenter. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you on the stream. James Burton in Calgary. What's going on? I hope we're doing super well. Good to see everybody. Listen, if this is your first time, what I want you to do is I want you to drop first in the comments. You know how when people used to do on the popular YouTube or Instagram pages, as soon as somebody posted, there would be a comment that said first or first person or first comment, right? I want to know if it's your first time here, drop first in the comments so I can know who you are. But we got people from Stratford, got people from Chatham, Hamilton, Ottawa, Goderich or Goderich. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that well. You can tell that's not my hometown, but good to see you there, Michael Daly. Montreal, Qatar, Windsor. Okay, we got some first people in the building, in the virtual building. Okay, I love it. I love it. It's good to see you. Leroy, James, Coltar. It's your first time. Sherry, Emily from Toronto. All right, Steve, it's his third time. Keep showing up, brother. This is week number 4, so I'm glad that you're here. Listen. We have an amazing opportunity that I'm so excited to present to you guys. You already know that Cashflow Tribe is the #1 real estate community online and just period. And so we do have an opportunity for you to really engage further with us. I promise you, it is going to be an amazing value add to your real estate investing journey. We definitely got our awesome speaker, Ben, who's going to be teaching us yet again. I also want to shout out Vinny. Vinny, can you unmute yourself real quick and say hi to the people?
Hello.
Yes, sir. It's good to see everybody here. Still got Siddharth, Munir, Jan Carpenters from Whitby. Kale, it's your third time. That's awesome. Troy, Virgin Ottawa. Love it. Listen, we're going to get right into this. Week number 4 of the masterclass. This is about doing your first deal. So if you haven't done your first deal, you're in the right place. Even if you're struggling or if you're finding you need some clarity, this is the place because we want to help you get through the situation in series of hops, right? This is this class. This is the opportunity for you to be a part. So without further ado, I got to bring on our special investor, our special business owner, the one, the only, put it in the comments, Ben Humble. What's going on, my man?
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Danny B. Good to be back, man, on the Wednesday afternoon development. Excited. We got a whole bunch of new people here, so thanks for having me, man. I'm ready to kick some ass.
Let's do it. It's all yours, brother.
Okay, thanks. Okay, guys, I'm going to need your help a little bit before I kick this off, all right? I need to know who's here. So, Vinny, could you drop a quick poll in the comments? I want to know, are you guys non-members of Cashflow Tribe? Are you basic members? Or are you premium members? 1, 2, or 3? Let me know in the comments. I want to know who's here so I can cater the conversation towards you guys. Today, I'm excited. I love the topic of personal finance. We're going to be jumping into some different things. We're going to have some homework. And for those of you guys that are looking to join Cashflow Tribe or step up your game a little bit, we're going to have a cool offering for you at the end of the conversation. So cousin Vinny, can we grab the slides real quick while we do that? Let me see where everybody's at over here. Okay, we got the poll going. Hit that poll for me, guys. Let me know real quick. I am a number 1, non-member. Number 2, basic member. Number 3, premium member. Let me know where you're at. And some of you guys that are the OGs, the OG premiums that have an annual membership, big shout out to you guys. We'll keep diverging and moving forward on this conversation today. Okay, so this series, you guys know, is really about hops. So this hop series is about taking difficult concepts like getting your first deal and breaking it down into small bite-sized chunks. By the way, I see all the comments. Appreciate the love, the comments here. Thank you for all the private DMs here. I see some friends in the conversations. So we're going to be taking these concepts, breaking it down into micro hops. We've been doing this for 3 weeks. I got a lot of good feedback from people that they really need the basic accountability on how to understand this business. So today is one of my most quintessential topics on budgeting and personal finance. Before I hit that real quick, we got about 26% of you guys are non-members. Okay, cool. Basics and some premium. So we got a good spread of people over here. Okay, fantastic. Vinny, let's get right to it here, guys. So you guys know me. Anybody brand new to me? Who doesn't know who I am? I don't know who the hell you are. If anybody's brand new to me, I am Ben Humble. I bought my first place at 21 years old. And with 100% financing, I got into rentals in my early 20s. My wife and I got married at 23. And at 25, really got aggressive into real estate. So I've raised over $30 million now privately of OPM. We've done hundreds of real estate deals in Canada. Started a mortgage company a number of years ago, about 5-6 years ago now. And we've got over 100 properties in the mortgage portfolio. So I love cash flow producing deals. I have an active wholesaling and flipping business. And some of you guys also know me as the co-founder of Cash Flow Tribe, which is this amazing community putting on this training today. That's a little bit about me. And obviously I rep this sweet, humble brand. And all humble means is that regardless of where you started in life, you can accomplish whatever you want. Fun fact, I wrote a book on real estate wholesaling. Actually, this book has a whole bunch of stuff. It is an Amazon bestseller. So tonight, for all of you guys that are here, we're going to get you access to the book. My gift to you for showing up, because I want everybody to read this book in Canada. I think it's valuable. If you want to do real estate, it's very, very, very data like centric. There's a lot of facts. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of nuts and bolts. Okay. So my goal, we got 55 minutes together total. So help you guys understand the realistic steps it's going to take for you guys to go from one piece to the other. So if you guys know that Andrea and I are traveling. So a couple quick pictures. By the way, there's us dressing exactly the same. Exactly the same. So I just want to know, is this lame or do we have game? Throw that in the poll for me. It has nothing to do with real estate. But I'm just curious if you guys think it's fresh that we dress exactly like we are twinning. Those of you guys that know, we've been traveling for the last 3 months, building our businesses virtually. Here's one of our good friends, Allison, who is in Cash Flow Tribe in the mastermind. And we're doing some deals out here in Sarasota. And super crushed this massive burger that had a really, really nice egg on top. So if you guys like this kind of crazy food, I lost a lot of weight, got ripped, and then I came here and I'm eating just like this. All right, turn off distractions, guys. We'll do a 15-minute Q&A at the very end. There'll be a lot of probably cool questions on the stuff, so we'll get to it at the end. Just go ahead. Promise time. Here's my promise. No bullshit. We are no bullshit reader. At the end of this thing, I'm going to give you an opportunity to level up, whether that means joining Tribe, that means getting an annual membership, whatever you want to do. I'm going to let you know how you guys can do that. Plus, we'll do some homework together. But I have a no bullshit way of doing life. I do Tribe because I love it, not because of any other reason. So I'll just give it to you straight. What you guys need to do is give me honest feedback on today's conversations. And if I ask you to fill out the poll, it's for your benefit, not mine. I want to know where you guys are at, okay? So as you know, a little recap, we've done the real estate hop theory for the last few weeks. So doing your first deal is hard. It's a lot of different steps. And sometimes we gloss over it and we go, okay, all I need to do is go and make an offer and buy my first deal and what have you. But this is hard. This is hard because there's a lot of things pushing back on you. It's the information you don't know, necessarily how to get the money, necessarily how to make the offers. The market is too hot. How do I even find a deal? There's so many different things. So what I want to do is help you guys on a week-over-week basis, take one construct and break it down into small bite-sized chunks, and then you can focus on the chunk directly in front of you, because I truly believe that progress is progressive, meaning you have to move one little step at a time. And that's the only reason I've done hundreds of deals, not because I'm overly intelligent or good looking. It's because I've literally put one foot in front of the other, failed, and figured it out along the way. Okay? So personal finance. I'm going to hit you guys with some hard topics. Before I do that, I need everybody's input. Then you drop a poll. I'm going to actually do it myself. Can I be blunt? Blunt with you and offend your sensitivities. Okay? Yes, it's good for me. I'm going to put this poll in here. No. There you go. Boom, there it is. Can I be blunt with you guys and probably offend your sensitivities as it relates to money and finance? Yes, it's good for me, so please go ahead and be as honest as you can, Mr. Humble. I would appreciate it. No, I'm Canadian and I will be offended at everything you say. You got to decide, and this is not a joke. I am serious because there are people that get offended with the truth and they don't necessarily want to hear it. But I'm going to just hit you guys with the truth. I'm going to publish this. There you go. Hit the poll right now for me. There's a whole bunch of you, so I'll give you a second to hit that poll. Not bad. Okay. If anybody hits no, I'm Canadian, you probably shouldn't be in this room. All right. By the way, I love all you guys for being here. Definitely not trying to impress you with how cool I am. So I'm here to help educate and push you along the path. And somebody said, no, I'm Canadian. You're killing me. I don't know if it's a joke or not. This platform really sucks for knowing if you guys are joking or if you're serious. Truth all the way. Okay, beauty. Okay, average Canadian guys now has $73,000 of debt. Equifax says 2.2% up from last year. We live in a debt-driven economy. Keeping up with the Joneses is a lie. If you want to get ahead guys, in your finances and you want to do real estate, I promise you, we all need to grow up. You can't afford to try to keep up with the Joneses, keep up this lie, use debt to buy all these toys and liabilities, but then never invest in yourself and in your real estate. So I only know what has worked for me, and I'm going to walk you through my journey here a little bit. But it's really, really important to understand that debt can be a positive thing, which is leveraged for growth, or debt is simply a burden, and that is completely a choice. I don't like when people say, I'm a victim of debt. Well, not really. Everybody has choices in life, and everybody makes those choices. Maybe you had a hard circumstance. Maybe you went through a difficult thing, a season of your life, maybe a divorce, a bankruptcy, lost a job. I understand all that stuff. But is a conscious choice for us to use debt for growth or debt for other reasons, right? So being debt-free is a good option, but it's not necessarily the answer I'm going to give you today. So I'm going to challenge a lot of the status quo, and I want to give you kind of the rhetoric today for what it takes to truly become financially independent. And not just stopping there, because there's a very loose definition around that, but actually becoming financially wealthy. Wealth is different than just paying off and being debt-free. Yes, it does feel good to be debt-free. I totally get it. It feels even better to be wealthy. In fact, regardless of how much debt you actually have, because there's good debt and there's bad debt. This concept is wildly explored in the book OPM by Robert Kiyosaki that came out, 30 years ago now. And Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So debt isn't the enemy. It's our immaturity as it relates to debt. I want to be very clear on this point. So some of this may hit home for you and you might not like it, but it's good for you. It's good that it makes you like turn in your stomach just a little bit, because then we can start to identify some of the truth. I'm very much a deep impact guy. Most people don't like me, but they respect me for my honesty. And because I actually give you the answers that work, not the ones you want to hear. If you knew everything about becoming wealthy, you would not need to be on this call. So my wife and myself, we started with zero. By the way, anybody here started with zero? Throw your hand up if you're starting with zero or you started with zero. If you didn't inherit some stuff and you're basically at the bottom or you started from the bottom. Okay. I'm essentially Drake. Started from the bottom, now we're here. The thing with starting from the bottom that I really, really appreciate is I just didn't have a lot of options. Okay, so my wife and I adopted a save one and spend one philosophy. Here's the story. Okay, Steve's like minus. Cool, I'm cool with minus. I'm cool with anybody starting low because you have pressure to perform. So I'm good with that. So here's the deal. I dropped out of university relatively early. because I really wasn't going to be a good music major, and I sucked at business school, and I didn't like learning, so I just dropped out of this thing, and I started doing the most luxurious thing I could think of, which is cleaning carpets. Yes, carpet cleaning, which is like the job with no qualifications. You just get there and you scrub floors, and that's all you do, all night, every day, all day. So I didn't have the luxury of having a great income, but I had what I had was I was pushing forward in starting a small business to generate money, but also to learn how to become responsible with money. So my wife and I, what we decided to do, we got married, we had nothing. And by the way, if you have a spouse, tag your spouse in here. Be like, my spouse is X. That's cool to know you guys have a spouse or a partner in this thing. So we decided to just live on drastically less than what we made. I know it sounds hard to do, but it's really not. Humans can condition themselves to live in any kind of circumstance because there's people in this world who don't live in a first world economy like we do, and they don't live in the debt-driven economy, so they live on whatever they actually produce or less. So save one and spend one. Here's how this worked. We created a budget for our personal expenses, and we'll do a little bit of that here today, but I really, really want to encourage you. This is an extremely mature conversation, and it's not about it's cool to budget. If you refuse to budget, you will never be wealthy. This is not a matter of something that it's just cool to do because your grandma balances her checkbook, or because I balance my checkbook, or I tell you guys to do it. This isn't about something that you do. This is about the small decision to actually focus on your finances, which will allow you to focus on creating wealth through discipline and through understanding and awareness about these financial things. So number one, we have to create a budget. And it doesn't have to be complex. And I hear all the excuses all the time. I don't know how to use Excel. I don't know how to get started. I don't know how to do anything. If you know basic math and you have a pen and a paper, you can create a budget. In fact, my buddy Sean wrote a book, is How to Make Shit Happen. And basically he says in that book, very, very small book, excellent book, Sean Whaling, go grab it. And he basically says, people overcomplicate everything. If you're broke and you want to be unbroke, then go do something today to make $1, whether it's a job, flip a house, whatever it is. So if you're broke because you don't know how to budget, let's find the most basic thing that we can do so that we can at least start to understand where our money is. Guys, most people don't have a clue where their money's at. It just stays hidden somewhere. So you don't have the luxury anymore of just ignoring the money, assuming it's going to show up. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. I'm probably speaking the pain point to some of you guys, but that's okay. Next thing we're going to do is this. Once you know what your budget actually is, you're going to lean out the excess, meaning you're going to find areas where you can trim the fat on some of the stuff that you don't actually even need and you don't actually even want. We buy stuff just because we can. It's human nature to simply want more. More is the enemy of great. Let me say that again. More is the enemy of wealth. We always desire more, so we don't get specific on the things that we should actually focus on. We want more information about real estate, so we don't actually take the next logical step and make an offer. We want more of stuff in our homes, so we don't ever actually create a budget, because the time we should be doing a budget, we actually go spend creating more things to take up our time and distract us, okay? So more is the worst thing you can possibly do. I want you to take the word more. If you're following with me, write it on a piece of paper, scratch it out, and go, I'm not about more. More is not the game, okay? Number 3. Then you're going to add in your after-tax income. Okay, I don't really care what you make before tax. It's completely irrelevant. Somebody says, I make 70 grand a year. No, you don't. Just put whatever you take home. If you take home 30, then just put that number on a piece of paper. That's the only number that matters. Because again, let's not complicate money that's not actually yours. Okay? All that money went to the government, to the country that you live in. Number 4, this is the challenge. Whatever the difference is, you attempt to live on 50% of your income for 3 to 5 years. Now, this seems extreme, and it is. It's extreme because it'll force you to condition your behavior to removing the noise. So my wife and I, here's what we did. We created a save one, spend one philosophy, meaning we saved her entire paycheck and we spent and lived off of mine. Now, what kind of lifestyle do you live off a carpet cleaning guy's paycheck? Well, I'll tell you what it is. We lived in a duplex for a number of years above tenants. We cooked most of our meals at home. We drove older cars. We bought clothes secondhand. And I didn't really know the difference, because the idea of owning my business, to me, was far greater than the idea of keeping up with the Joneses. In fact, you need to kick the Joneses in the ass and stop trying to keep up with them, because that's what keeps most people broke. At some point of the game, you have to detach yourself from the community of people that you hang out with and attach yourself to a new group of people who have a different value system. Okay? People in Cash Flow Tribe have a different value system than people outside of it. Okay? Nobody here actually cares what you drive. Nobody here actually cares what house you live in. What we care is about growth and financial independence and time freedom. So if you detach from people and attach to other people, then you can create a new reality for yourself. Now, I'm not saying cut everybody out of your life in 1 second, because that's too hard, but stop trying to keep up. The easiest thing you can do is fall behind. If your buddy has a new car, fall behind. Don't get one, right? If your buddy goes out to dinner 3 times a week, fall behind. If your family goes shopping every weekend, fall behind. If your others, like whatever they're doing, start falling behind. Stop keeping up, because the keeping up is what keeps us broke, all right? So you take all the savings over and above your 50% and it goes into your investment fund, literally every dollar. I know I'm hardcore, and some of you guys go, well, I have kids and I have this and I have this. Having kids isn't an excuse for not writing down your income and expenses, okay? Having a job isn't an excuse for not taking. This will take you maybe half an hour to 1 hour a week to actually write down your expenses, okay? If we don't do this, guys, girls, we simply don't care enough about our growth. Does that make sense? Hope you're with me on this piece. Some of you are rolling your eyes, I'm sure, because you're like, oh my God, this guy is too aggressive. I know, because I want you to get results, all right? Next step here. The fund, that fund only gets used for a few things. Number one, your own education. You have to invest in yourself on a regular basis. I have hundreds of thousands of dollars in my brain, which is what has helped me get to this level. I did not get here alone. I did not magically think of all these ideas and develop all this discipline. I bought accountability. The same way I got a six-pack the first time is the same way I build wealth. I get a coach, I get a mentor, they help me, they push me, I grow, I learn, and I keep adjusting, okay? So you have to invest in you. Number two, investing in deals, right? Whether that's a down payment on a property, whether that's going to be investing in renovations, you have to invest in deals. And number three, investing in your core business. If some of you guys decide to pursue this, on a professional level, which we have a group for that, then you have to invest in your business. You have to hire people. You got to train a team. You got to invest in marketing. All these things cost money. Now, can you leverage and use debt? Absolutely. And we'll get to that point. But for now, the most important thing is this. If you can manage $1 of your money, then you can manage $1 of mine. If you can't manage $1 of your money, you will never get $1 of mine. Does that make sense? Why would an investor give you $1 if you can't manage your own? I have people ask me for $100,000 for renovations and for properties and flipping. Some of you guys have been on the show, The Pitch. You've seen people pitch us. And what I want to know behind the scenes is, hey, can you actually manage your own dollars? If you're broke because you have no discipline, why on earth am I giving you $100,000? So this is a very strong point with me that I think a lot of people miss. Okay? You have to show a high level of personal discipline. Number 7, this is where it gets good. This is the gravy. When you invest in yourself, your business, and your deals, it starts compounding the growth. All right? So you're going to start small. You're going to get a property, then a second property, then 3, then 5, then 10. And then it starts actually producing a compounding return to the tone where you wake up one day and you go, holy crap, I've got extra. For example, my wife and I, we built out a lending business all based on this principle. And the lending business has 100 mortgages. And we're making $45,000 a month completely passively. Okay, good. And that started snowballing. It took me about 8 years, maybe 9 years, to become a millionaire. Okay. And I made the next million within a year and a half. There is a compounding effect that happens after a certain point. And a lot of it has to do with the way that you think about money and the way that you assess risks and so forth and so forth. You guys with me? Okay. Claudia's with me. You guys with me so far? Why budget? Here's the reason why. This is the hard truth. Budgeting focuses on data, and good data is at the center of every good decision. Without data, guys, you can't decide. Should I buy that property? I don't know. What's the data? Should I invest in my marketing campaign? What's the data? Should I really get invested in this business? What's the data? See, everybody's trying to focus on something other than data, and we call that drama. So here's the question logically. You guys can answer in the comments. Are you data-driven? Yes or no? Are you a data-driven individual? If you're not, you have to become one. There's no way around this, guys. I know a lot of people that make a lot of money and are always broke. I hate that. That is stupid to me. Why would you make money just to waste it all and live in anxiety and fear and have massive bills? That makes no sense to me. I want to make a shit ton of money, and then I want to be able to live in confidence, be able to sleep at night and not worry about it. So becoming data-driven is important. You don't have to complicate this, but I'll help you understand how to do this at a better level. Okay, here's the thing. Emotion, guys, can either be your greatest enemy. That's it, your greatest enemy, okay? Because a lot of times the feelings will overrule logic. I mean, emotions aren't your friend. I got to be honest with you. Most people are not self-disciplined enough to use their emotions. People go, I got to trust my gut instinct. Your gut instinct is bullshit. You don't have an instinct because you have no experience. It's tough to go, I should buy this property. I have a gut instinct about this. You can't develop an instinct without experience. If you haven't bought properties in the past, you're buying your first deal, do not, I repeat, do not buy it on your gut feeling. This is why people overpay. This is why they get slaughtered in the market. This is why they make poor decisions, because they trust feelings. We need to trust the data. The data is the only thing that matters. You know, I see comments sometimes like, should I buy properties that are overvalued just to get a deal? No, you shouldn't. You absolutely should not speculate with your future, because if you do that, you won't be here for the next bull market. And our goal at Cashflow Tribe is to help you guys navigate these turbulent waters, the hot market that we're in, so you can actually be here for the next one. Hey, this is real talk, folks. I think you can appreciate the real talk nature of it. Get rid of the emotions. They're not going to help you. So starting with broke, this is what it is. Number one, tracking equals accountability. All right? So I track everything. This is how my wife and I have done this for a number of years. Are you ready? Number one, I don't spend cash. I'm forbidden from spending cash, not even $1, because cash is not trackable. Okay? Cash is trash. It is not a trackable metric. My wife hates using cash because she knows I'm going to lose it, spend it on something, and there's no accountability behind cash. If I got $50 in my wallet, I can almost guarantee you that by the end of the week, it's going to be less. Something's going to come across my thing. So we actually started never carrying cash. I have 100 hidden somewhere just for in case of emergencies. But other than that, cash is not in my thing. So when you see people balling out with all these cash hundreds and stuff, all I can think about is, yeah, it's cool for a second, but where's that money going to get lost? You're going to blow it somewhere. So here's what I recommend. Use a credit card for everything. Use a credit card for everything, because credit cards equal accountability. At the end of the month, you can print your entire statement and see exactly where every penny of your dollar went. The way that I like to do this, because I haven't paid a dime of interest in years, is this. If I have the cash, I'm going to put it into an account. It's called the checking account. And I have my credit card over here for the same dollar amount. And let's say I have $1,000 over here and $1,000 over here. I'm going to use the credit card to go up to $1,000. And then at the end of the month, on day 27 or day 28, before the month is over, I'm going to take the cash and pay off the credit card in full before it starts to incur interest. What I get is a freebie. Here's the freebie. The freebie is I have a mini bookkeeper. I have a mini bookkeeper, meaning I get to go to my credit card statement and they spell out every cent that I spent, where I spent it, and when I spent it. You know how easy it is to create a budget when you have a mini bookkeeper following you around for free? We should thank the credit cards. They're literally helping you budget your money. Now, here's the problem. The bookkeeper is willing to work for you for free for 28 days, maybe 30 days. But if you go a day over, then they start wanting to get paid. That's okay. We don't mind paying the bookkeeper, right? If we got to pay them a little bit, we're thankful for the bookkeeper. But this is one of the fastest things that we can do. And then once a month, here's what you do. You sit down, you go over all of your different things that you spent money on, and you put it into categories. You understand where your money has gone. And if you do that, then you can go, okay, I have made $1,500 this month at my job. I have spent $1,300 this month. Before we can make moves, we just need to understand where your money is going. If you're in a surplus every month, fantastic. If you're in a deficit every month, then we need to understand the deficit. Does that make sense, guys? We first got to know the problem before we can change what we're doing, all right? Once we do the monthly reconciliation, you have to know your stats. See, my financial things is like me tracking baseball. I know the stats. Guys, I know the stats of what's going on. I know how much roughly we're spending on food a month. I know how much we're spending on stuff. I just know my stats because it doesn't take that long. If you like sports and you track any other statistics, it's not that hard to just know your own stats. Hey man, we make $4,000 a month. We spend $2,800, which means we have $1,200 left, and out of $1,200, we put aside $1,000 of it, and then we got $200 left as a reserve fund. Cool. I love that person. In fact, I'll take a person who only makes $1,000 a month but budgets their money all day over somebody who makes $10,000 and doesn't track. Can you see the confidence? All right. So budgeting is about discipline, not wealth creation. I'm going to hit you guys hard on the nose. Where are my savers in here? You guys love to save. You take pride in saving. Saving is your pastime of choice. It's your biggest hobby. Okay. So budgeting is about creating a discipline, not about creating wealth. I should say saving that should be the word saving. So pen and paper is a great way of doing this. So we're going to create a budget real quick, and then we're going to move on to the next piece here. Budgeting, discipline. Okay. So let me share my screen. Cousin Vinny, I can do that, right? Yes, I can. Okay. 3, 2, 1, share. You guys all see me? I just want to make sure everybody sees me. Give me a quick thumbs up if you see this. And give me a quick thumbs up or say yes if this is useful. Is this useful? Is it on topic? Is it helpful? Or do you think it's horrible and a waste of your time for half an hour? Boom. Okay. You need to zoom in for a bit to the stream. Okay. Love it. Everybody loves it. Okay. You guys want me to zoom in a little bit on the screen, right? I think I'm getting this message a little bit here. Let me just make sure I know what I'm doing. Let me make sure I can zoom in here. Okay. That's not it. 1 second, everybody. Let me just figure out how to zoom in real quick because I'm sure you guys cannot see this. Let me just see. Okay, is this viewable? Yeah, it's viewable. We're good. Okay, hit control on your. You guys tell me how to use my computer here. Okay, hit control plus. It's not working while live. Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on, everybody. 1 second here while I do this. Daniel Blagrove in the comments real quick while I get this thing zoomed in a little bit.
Come on, guys. I hope you're enjoying it. This is some awesome value. Guys, give me a rating from 0 to 10. If 0 is, I never want to hear from Ben or this whole masterclass ever again, or a 10 where you need us to come back every week, I want to know in the comments. Let me know from 0 to 10. And don't be so nice. We want to know the real. You hear me? Come on, man.
All right, Daniel. Love it.
Okay, RT.
We got some 10s. Okay, cool. Okay, let me see if I got this, guys. Boom, 12. Yo, somebody gave me like $1 billion. I love you, man. Thank you.
Come on, man.
You guys are the bomb, by the way. Freaking love this. Okay, is that better? Oh, hell yeah, that's good. Right there. Boom. Okay, cool. I'm going to grab some examples from the audience. I'm going to use Claudia just as a name, so we have this. Okay, Claudia, hope you don't mind. I'm going to make up some random stuff, all right? So Claudia income, this is how I'm creating my budget, okay? And again, I have a form for this that I'll share out with you guys if you need more help. By the way, there's 100 tools on this kind of stuff. So again, pen and paper if you don't know how to use Excel. Okay, everybody, don't overcomplicate your life. Claudia, I'm going to go, your income is $3,000. Okay, there we go. That's what Claudia's income. That's where we want to start. We want to figure out what your after-tax income is. Okay, real easy. Everybody can do this. So I'm going to go slow, guys, so we don't overcomplicate this process. Okay, so $3,000 for Claudia for her income. She has her job. This is the income that she's got. Okay, very, very good. The income isn't the hard part, everybody. The expense column is the hard part. So what I want to do is understand the expenses. So living, okay? We call these the household expenses. These are the things that are kind of our fixed items that we need to budget for on a consistent basis. So I'm going to make some assumptions here, Claudia, and then you can touch these in as real data points. So I'm going to make an assumption that Claudia's rental, where she lives, is $900. And I'm going to color code this for you guys, make your life real easy. All right, boom, there we go. Okay, so household, we're going to call this rent. All right, there we go. That's part of household. You guys with me? Then we got household / food. And Nadia's on that 75 hard diet, or Claudia, so she's about $400 in food. And if you don't know, this is why you need to track your credit card expense for a couple months, because then you can actually go back and figure out. So I have a question saying, how do I know what I spend on food? Well, use your credit card, live your life for 2 months, okay? And then go back and evaluate where you've spent. Does this make sense? Okay, so household. And then over here, we're gonna have utilities. Assuming you have utilities, whether it's hydro, gas, etc., minus $225. Okay, so far so good on household. Okay, so you got food, and then we have, other. We'll call this here, household. We're gonna go under repairs, maintenance. You should always have a little bit of surplus fund, just so you guys know what you're dealing with, so you don't get surprised too much, whether you got to buy a couple things for the house, etc., etc. Now, we don't need to complicate it. That's really what we're talking about in terms of the household expense. Okay? Vehicle, for those of you that have vehicle / transportation, okay? Vehicle / transportation, you might have, let's just say it's going to be $900 a month. If you have car payments, this comes into play right here, okay? I have no car payments, guys, and I didn't for a long time. I should say some of our commercial vehicles might have some now because it's easier. But we always paid cash for everything, all right? So vehicle transportation, let me say this is your payment if you have one. A lot of Canadians do, all right? If you don't, one less thing you need to worry about. Gas, okay? $200, all right, there we go. And that's on the transportation side of things. And then we could also include, like in here, I know we have maintenance, but you guys can also add, if you like, some clothing. I don't spend a lot on clothing, so, I mean, it's not a whole lot here. So we're getting the gist of it. So we have our household expenses, our transportation expenses that we have currently. With most people working from home, there's probably not a whole lot of things over and above that. If you want to create for yourself an entertainment budget, I think this is wise. This is what my wife and I used to do, go out to dinner every Friday and spend $100. So that to us was important. If you're brand new to this thing, just make it $200. And for most of you guys, the entertainment budget is your Netflix account. Okay, it's becoming easier and easier to do entertainment at home, and it really, really helps us out here. So, and then you're gonna have, I always like to have people put together an other budget. Other just includes miscellaneous stuff, and I like to just make sure I have at least some money dialed in for that, because things will happen. And if we assume that they don't, that's when we go broke, is on the last minute expenses that show up, random birthday presents and gifts and things of that nature. So if I use this as my example, everybody, where am I at every month? Uh-oh, I'm in the red. I'm in the red, and that is not a good place to be in, friends and family, okay? So if you're negative on this thing, we need to do this every month for at least a couple months. If we're negative on this, what I'd like to see is a month-over-month view. So here's what I'd like to see. January, okay? Okay, so I'm just gonna grab where I was at, and I'm doing this every month. February, okay, minus, let's say 200, okay, March, let's say minus 100. What we need to do is in this column, guys, and I'm just going to move this over real quick, all right? By the way, so far so good. Everybody still with me, yes? Okay, beauty. So this is our budget over here, everybody. It's easy. You set up the budget over here, okay? And then over here, you're going to have the reconcile column. This is all it is. It's basic. And all you're going to do is at the end of the month, you're going to grab that credit card, and you're going to go ahead and go, oh, okay, got you. By the way, I know you can't pay rent with your credit card always. Some places allow that, some places don't. So let's say we're just going to go through here, minus 200, minus 100, minus 50, okay? This is as simple as this needs to be. It doesn't need to be more complicated. I think we have this way of complicating the world. I would rather the person who just simply does this than tries to overcomplicate this process, all right? So, and then this is where we're at. Guys, I'm telling you and gals, if you can do this every month, you will be miles ahead of everybody else around you. It's as simple as that. The person who can say to me, hey, Ben, I'm in a $130 surplus this month. I was in a $125 deficit last month, and actually my trend is getting better, right? It's getting better and better and better, and this is where I'm at with my funds. It's not about the amount of money that you're over or under. It's about you understanding if you're over and under, okay? So far, so good. William says, get a car payment less than $900. Gifts. Yes, gifts. I'm giving a couple things. Donations. Yes. And again, I have a little bit of this extra category, guys, of others and miscellaneous for entertainment, donations, gifts, whatever. If you can't do this via credit card, the only other option I have for you is the jar method. You simply grab multiple jars and you label them. You put the money in the jar, and when the jar is empty, your month is empty. So you need to make sure you have money in the jar for food. The reason I don't like the jar method as much is because there's no reconciliation and there's no free bookkeeper. Okay? So now I know some of you guys have kids and have other things that happen part of this, but the first step, friends, is understanding this number. Are you in a deficit? Are you in a surplus? If we don't know this, guys, we're going to get stuck. Okay? So far, so good? Okay, is there any reason mature adults can't do this? I don't think so. I think we can all do this. Let me go to the next tab. Vinny, bring back the slide real quick. Let me do a quick check on the polls too once Vinny brings that back. Who's comfortable with this? Let me reset the poll real quick. Do you get this? Is this comfortable? Yes and no. Okay. And if no, tell me why in the comments. There's the poll. Let me know if you get this. Yes or no. Okay. So most of us understand this, is my thought. We just lack the discipline to do something about it. You guys all with me? All right. Let me show you. So discipline, guys, to me equals opportunity. Most of us will never act on a real estate deal, not because the opportunity isn't there, but because we fail to have the discipline and the readiness. A financial warrior is what we want to create. We want people that are so financially capable that when an opportunity presents itself, we recognize it as an opportunity. Otherwise, you can't possibly act on a good deal if you can't budget your money. You're always playing against yourself. The market, the real estate market, guys, will give you chances to invest your money for massive gains, but only if you are in a state of preparation. These are the kind of people that I like to help develop. Financially prepared warriors. Everybody say, I'm a warrior. You need to be like this guy. You're sword in the air. You're ready to do a deal. Okay? The market will go up and down and sideways, folks. If you're just sitting on the sidelines prepared because you have personal financial discipline, you are that much more willing, capable, and prepared to act on those deals. Is this making sense? So maybe you're like skipping on every real estate deal because you're just broke. Maybe you're skipping on the deal not because you can't evaluate the deal, but because you simply don't know how to take care of money. And you doing the deal scares the hell out of you because you're worried you're going to lose money. If you think you're going to lose money in real estate, it's probably because you're losing money somewhere else. Is this making sense? If you're losing money in your personal finances, if you're losing the battle of your personal finances, you're probably going to lose the war of real estate. You can't just wake up one day and go to a different vehicle and somehow you're going to change your habits and develop discipline. So if you develop the discipline, you'll develop the courage to act. The best way to get invested, guys, is to prepare and wait for the entry. Preparation is the secret. Preparation is the secret. Racky, where on that thing are we now? Here's the crazy part. You see, this is the market, guys. It goes up, down, right? So we go up, and people get greedy and they get excited and they hit a state of euphoria. Is it safe to say, friends, that real estate right now in Canada is in a state of thrill or euphoria? Is it? We're at thrill, says Jared. What do you guys think? Are we in optimism, excitement, thrill, or euphoria? We are at thrill. Who says euphoria? My personal opinion, folks, is when the market has lost its mind, when common sense is no longer in the offer process, we are at a state of utter euphoria and speculation. I believe we're at a euphoric state. And what happens after euphoric state? There is the maximum financial risk and exposure. I am extremely cautious in this market. I am intelligent. I am invested. I am doing deals on a regular basis. However, I am cautious because there is too much euphoria. And I'm sorry, but people with low levels of disciplines are making high-level decisions about their money. People who can't budget $1,000 are trying to buy real estate and make $100,000. It is a bad economic time. And if you don't see this, then you're not really prepared and understand the way real estate, personal finance, and greed and fear work. So I truly believe we're in a euphoric state. I'm not saying it's going to catapult tomorrow and we're going to have a catastrophe. However, I do think a lot of people will lose a lot of money the moment a couple of things happen. Interest rates rise, that'll be devastating. If interest rates go up soon, a lot of people are screwed because they can't barely qualify for the houses they have. If the market cools off, everybody who's paying 10, 20, 30, and 40 grand over asking price will be negative equity. And the only way to fix negative equity is to ride it out long term. So now they have to become long-term landlords. Most people actually suck at being landlords because nobody goes to landlording school. Nobody gets a mentor to learn how to do landlording the right way. So I think there'll be a lot of people that lose a lot of money because there's a lot of people who are gambling, hence the nature of investing. If you don't believe me, look at the equity market. You want to be the Wall Street bets of real estate? Not me. Thank you very much. Just look at the equities. It's no different than what's happening in real estate. All right? Just so you guys understand this. The moment it's lost common sense, my friends, you have to understand something. It is not about fundamentals anymore. It is about speculation. It's a game of hot potato, and somebody will get left holding the potato. So long as the funny money keeps coming in, so long as investor capital keeps piling in, so long as Canadian real estate prices are still inflated, everybody's good. Okay? Is there such thing as a landlording school? Absolutely there is. Absolutely there is. All right? And I think we all need it if you're going to be a long-term landlord. So this is helpful, right? Let me touch on the next piece as we kind of move forward. Consumerism. This is the death of Canadians, right? If you had nothing, if you came from Romania where the average worker makes about 200 euro per month, 200 euro is roughly $350, okay? On $350 is what you're living on, okay? Imagine you make 350 bucks and you have really no credit cards. Well, how would you live? Probably 4 or 5 of you guys would live in one house. You'd all make most of your food at home. And it would be kind of like what you did in college. Consumerism is the death. Guys, I use debt, a lot of debt. I also come from Romania, Gabriela. I use debt like crazy to grow my wealth because I love debt. Most people should never touch the stuff. They should never touch debt because they have no discipline. See, debt in the hands of a disciplined person becomes opportunity. Debt in the hands of undisciplined people becomes a catastrophe. The moment we realize this, the moment we realize that consumerism is the death. Consumerism is the veil that makes everybody forget about the debt. Oh, well, shit, I'm just going to go buy this new thing and I'm good to go. Okay? It's not about the stuff you buy. It's the idea of consumerism, constantly consuming for the sake of consuming. Consumerism will keep us broke. What's up, Moldova? I know all about Moldova, okay? So here's the question. But humble, you have a Lamborghini and a Porsche and nice houses and you travel the world. And shouldn't you be telling us to live on nothing? Humble, okay? When do you buy this stuff? I'll give you my example, guys. I told myself I'll buy a Lamborghini when it represents 10% of my net worth. I got to that point and I still didn't buy the Lamborghini. When I became a millionaire, I said I'll buy a Lamborghini. I didn't buy one, okay? In fact, I dreamed about it forever and I still never bought one. Because I got to the point where I got $1 million in net worth and I looked at my bank account and I went, I actually don't want it that bad anymore. That's actually what happened. So a few years later, I finally bought the Lambo and I said, when it represents less than 10%, closer to 1 to 3% of my net worth, I'll buy it. These are my numbers, not yours. So here's my funny money. I like to buy stuff. I like a nice living. I come from Romanian poverty. I like nice things. But I will never, ever, ever jeopardize my financial well-being or my family's for stuff. If you do that, you're operating in consumerism. It's not the things that are to blame. It's us and the way that we objectify the things that are to blame. I have no problem with you owning very nice things. I have a problem when it represents half of your wealth because I think that's when we all get screwed. Most people have less equity than they do debt. Your negative debt to equity ratio is a scary thing, okay? Plus, you're right, Jared. I bought the Lambo with my passive income, so guys, it's been sitting in garage for months because I'm traveling and I freaking don't give a shit. I'm not worried about making payments. I'm not worried about anything. It's just a car. It's just him, all right? So my metric, guys, is when it's 10% or less, then you guys can invest and splurge and buy whatever the hell you want. But there's a season of that. I think part of the issue with this, guys, is that You look at me and you go, wow, this is nice. And you know that picture of the iceberg where half of it's underwater and you see just the top. And you go, oh my God, this guy just got into real estate last year. And look at him driving a Lamborghini. I've been at it 14 years. My wife and I, we lived very frugally for the first 7-8 years. I still don't spend money on stuff because I have no desire to. I've trained myself to live in a frugal state where I really just don't care. Although sometimes we go and spend $5,000 a week at a resort. Other times I'll buy hundreds of thousands of dollars of vehicles. Other times, like, it's not a have to have. I don't get my sense of identity from the stuff. The stuff serves me. I don't serve the stuff. So I have no problem with stuff. I just have a problem when it takes over your life and then that's all you talk about. There's this old saying that goes like this. Poor people talk about people. Middle class people talk about stuff. Wealthy people talk about growth, abundance, and ideas. I don't even like to talk about the stuff because it doesn't matter. I don't care about the stuff. I care about ideas, growth, and abundance. If my Lambo gets in the way, I shall cut it off. Hasn't happened yet. All right. So saving to success. Take a snapshot of this screen right now. Guys, I'm serious as hell. Take a snapshot of this screen. This is the most important screen. I want you to realize this will unlock stuff for you. If you take 5 minutes and start and try to understand this screen, you're going to understand my entire conversation today. Here's what it is. If you master the discipline of saving money, master the discipline of money so that one day you'll never need to save money again. There's a Dave Ramsey quote that goes like this. Live like no one else today so you can live like no one else tomorrow. Master the discipline of saving money today so you'll never need to save money again. Okay? Here's the hops. You guys ready? I promised you hops. This is my hops. This is how I became a multimillionaire by the age of 35, how I traveled the world, how I have all the stuff they could possibly want, and how I'm loving life. Okay? Number one, budgeting money equals saving. You have to budget your money so that you can save your money. You cannot save if you don't budget. Oh, I put $50 aside every month. What's your budget look like? I don't know. Then you're not making sense. It's dumb. Okay? If you're paying 40% on your credit card, but yet you're saving 3% by putting money in the bank, that's dumb. We have to budget first. Budgeting is very, very basic. It's step one. If you budget, it'll lead to saving. Then when you start saving, that'll develop your discipline. You guys follow me so far? You require discipline. Don't ever go buy a real estate piece of property if you have no discipline around money. I think it's a stupid thing. All your fears of losing your money and losing your shirt will absolutely happen if you have no discipline. You'll make bad decisions. You'll struggle for no reason. You need to develop basic discipline. Okay? Discipline will lead to confidence. The person here who has discipline around money has confidence around money. I love confident people. In fact, if you want to become a successful investor, you have to become a confident one. That's the answer. Confidence. Okay? Confidence leads to understanding risk. Confidence equals understanding risk. If I know how to budget money, guys, and if I'm budgeting my own money, and I've developed confidence with my own money, then when I look at buying an investment property or starting a business, then I can look at this stuff and go, okay, I can now confidently assess risk. Why? Because risk is based on data, not emotions. Data. Oh yeah, I'll evaluate the deal. No, evaluate yourself, number one, and understand where you are, and then you'll get a better perspective over risk. And once you understand risk, it leads to reward. See, confidence and risk equal reward. That's it. You understand which risk to take, which ones to not. You understand how to evaluate risk. This is the hop cycle of creating wealth. You can everybody take a shot of this? Everybody love this thought? This is a very, very important principle. I don't want you to miss this because I'm not coming back to this slide. Everybody good? All right, so risk to reward. Okay, everybody says hell yeah. Warning, limiting beliefs. We talk about limiting beliefs all the time, guys, okay? What's the big limiting belief about saving money? Number one, people have this massive internal thing and they get stuck. Watch, I'll go back one slide. Oh, Ben, I save money. I'm a fantastic steward of capital. Yeah, but you got stuck at saving. Well, Ben, I have amazing discipline. I have amazing discipline. Great. Well, then you need to develop confidence. Then you need to actually take some risk, then get a reward. You can't stop at saving money. In fact, if you're like the saver in the room, you've been a saver for 40 years and you've never bought a deal, or you're playing too small, you're still not right. You still got to keep going. You're just not done. Okay? So here's what I want to say. Don't spend money to buy stuff that you don't even want to impress people you don't even like. That's a dangerous game. Don't spend money to buy crap you don't need to impress people you don't even like. So here's what I want you guys to do. Now that we've gone over this topic, I want you to get into the Cash Flow Tribe group. Who's in the FIRE group? Financial Independence group? Okay, cool. In the FIRE group, all right, in the FIRE group over here, I want you guys to get in there and really start claiming your goals. All right, really start claiming your goals of what you need to do. So if I go to the Cash Flow Tribe website right now, I jump in over here. We're already here. This is my challenge for you this week is get over here. Get over here. Mortal Kombat. And Matt McKeever's in this group. You posted this group here. Financial independence is a really important topic because it'll set up the tone for where you need to go. Now, you can't stop at financial independence. You can't stop at just making barely enough to get by. That's not the move. Even Danny Blagrove will tell you that's not the move. Okay?
That ain't the move.
That ain't the move. But my point is, like, you can't stop. Okay, Ben, I made barely enough to scrape by, so I'm living like a hermit, living under a bridge, and I save and spend, like I spend no money and I save everything. Great. You're not done. You have to keep going. Vinny, slides, please. Throw the slides back on here, and then we'll move towards the end of this phase. So far, so good. I think everybody's digging this stuff. Everybody's getting it so far. Okay, Vin, slides, por favor. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. All right. So MVL, this is my last concept I want you guys to really understand, so pay attention. MVL stands for Minimum Viable Lifestyle. This is something I developed that I use all the time with my mastermind group, MVL. Okay, thanks, Kale. This session should be required learning in high school. I agree. In fact, get your entire high school in Cash Flow Tribe and I'll teach it. Set your MVL. MVL is you determine what your minimum viable lifestyle is based on the things that we just talked about. You take your budget, you create a mean. So, right, you take the average of your budget, you create a minimum viable lifestyle. That becomes your ceiling, okay? You have a low end and a high end, and you don't go above it. Here's what happens. You reinvest the proceeds or the surplus into your business and yourself. So, example, let's say you make $3,000 a month, and your expense is $2,000. Your surplus is $1,000. Your MVL is $2,000, meaning you don't spend more than $2,000. If you get a raise, create income, or buy a property, and now you're making $4,000, you do not increase your expense. You remain at $2,000. So now your surplus is $2,000. And I invest, guys, 100% of my surplus back into myself, my business, and real estate. 100%. Okay? If you keep increasing your MVL, this is a problem. It's called income creep. You guys know this picture? Do not be a victim of income creep. You make a little money, what do you guys do? Spend more. What do your friends and family do when they get a raise? They spend more. They spend more. They spend more. And you started making $3,000 and you spent $2,500. Then when you're making $5,000, you're actually spending $4,800. This is keeping up with the Joneses. This is the death of personal finance. This is the death of business opportunity. This is the death. So you have to detach. Guys, I don't care what somebody else wears. I have nice clothes. I have nice cars. But I actually don't care about what you're wearing. I actually don't care about what you drive. I don't care where you live. Because if I care, then I have to get attached to it. And somehow I feel like I'm inferior if I don't drive the same thing that you do. You have to fall behind. Trust me when I tell you, your friend gets a new car, do not keep up. Income creep is the death. So if we make more money, we bank more, all of it. You want to know how to save 50% of your income? You start by saving 10% of your income, and then you make more money. And I'll teach you how to make more money. And then you save it, and then you save it, and then you save it. And as you're saving, you're investing. As you're saving, you're investing. You guys following my logic here? How refreshing would it be if you never had to keep up with somebody again? Get rid of that piece of crap watch that you bought to impress somebody. Get rid of that clothes. Get rid of that stupid car that you actually don't even like. Get rid of that big ass house that's just expensive on heating. Like, just get rid of it. Purge of all this stuff and go back to your MVL. Remember, you're not done just because you hit the MVL. Your game's not over. You're just starting. But you have to hit an MVL first. You got to hit this base and stay there. And like look at your lifestyle and go, okay, well, Ben, you don't understand. I need my Starbucks. I need my 4,000 square foot house. My kids have to go to private school and blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. But turn that into your MVL. Do not, for the love of God, creep beyond it. Don't come back to me 2 years from now when you have all your middle class stuff that we agreed is your MVL. Don't come back 2 years from now and go, I had to get a new Range Rover. No, you didn't. Okay? You didn't have to rob Peter to pay Paul. You didn't have to use more debt for lifestyle. You can use debt for wealth. So I just want you guys to understand the powerful concept. So here we are, self-audit. We'll throw this in the chat. Where are you in your journey? Number one, are you in the budgeting money to develop savings? Are you in the savings to develop discipline? Are you in the discipline phase to deliver more confidence? Are you in the confidence phase to be able to assess and involve risk? Are you in the risk phase to drive reward? I'm in number 5. Every day, all I do is make more money. I don't really care about saving. I have confidence. I have risk tolerance. I have awareness. I have discipline. All I want to do is invest money every day. Invest money every day. And that's where you want to get to. You want to get to the point when you and I see a property and we're both number 5s, we both go, let's go for it. Boom, makes sense. Boom, let's go for it. Makes sense. Boom, let's go for it. Boom, let's go for it. Boom, let's go for it. Okay? That's what number 5 means. If you're number 1, that's okay. But we need to recognize. I see a lot of number 3s, but all the number 3s in here, if I called you tomorrow, are you going to be able to show me your budget? Are you going to be able to show me your financial discipline? Or do you need to maybe rethink your number 3 and take it down to a 2 or a 1? Okay? Can I return the MVL slide? Sure I can, buddy. Okay? Here's the MVL slide. So set your MVL, reinvest the surplus into you. Number 1. People don't invest in themselves. They go to college and they drop 40 grand to get a job making 40 grand. But when I say spend $500 to come to a weekend that can make you $3,000 a month, I don't know. I know exactly why they don't do it. It's because they're stuck here. They don't even budget their money. They have no discipline around savings. They have zero confidence. So when I tell them to invest in themselves, they see it as an expense. I would rather you do get rid of all your crap liabilities that are actually expenses and start investing in yourself. Okay? Mark, you're the most honest person here. I'm thanking you, sir, for being honest about number 1. Guys, be number 1. It's okay. I guarantee you, listen, I appreciate you guys. I'm about to call bullshit on a lot of you. If I pulled up your financial statements, I know most of you will not give me the budget. Most of you won't do it, okay? We got to be real about this. You either have a budget or you don't. And if you do, great, wonderful. If you don't, just be truthful. I don't have it, humble. I need help doing it, okay? So here's where people go wrong. Let me help you guys. They don't master basic budgeting or discipline, and this is a wealth creation model, okay? They get stuck in saving mode forever. They just become cheap. The problem with getting stuck in saving mode is it's no longer about frugality. It's about being cheap. And people are just cheap. And then it's not about growth. It's just about saving. By the way, you can only save to 0. You cannot save beyond 0, friends. You can only save to 0. Number 3, to develop scarcity about investing. False sense of perceived risk. Oh my God, I'm going to invest in a duplex and lose all of my money. No, you're not, actually. You have a very false sense of risk because you have a fear and scarcity about a lot of different things. Number 4, they never expand their environment with better thinkers. How many of you guys are the wealthiest person in your circle of influence? If you're the smartest and wealthiest person in your circle, it's time to change the circle. You don't want to be the smartest link. I get into new circles all the time. In fact, if you're a rock star in this conversation and you're a 5, join a mastermind. Join a mastermind and be the lowest person on the totem pole. It'll force you to grow faster. Okay? Number 5, they become victims of income creep, which we just talked about. I think income creep is a very big problem that most people don't realize. Number 6, they play too small with the surplus. A lot of people save money, but guess what happens? They never invest. When it gets very hot in a volatile market, listen, I love this market. I love volatile markets. There's a lot of stupid people in this market. And I'm sorry, but you're going to lose money, and people like me will make it. Okay? You want a volatile market if you're smart. You're afraid of one if you're not. So it's just about leveling up who you are and getting to the point where volatility doesn't scare you. Volatility excites you because you're disciplined and you know how to play volatility. Number 7, people don't build an active business with a surplus. There's really no opportunity for compound growth because you're stuck in this binary addition and subtraction way of doing real estate. Real estate isn't about buying 1 duplex, then 2, then 3, then 4. That is not how you do real estate. You buy 1, and if it works, you figure out how to buy 5, and then 10 units, and then 30 units. We can't keep playing small forever. You don't have enough time. You're going to die before you're rich. Number 8, a lot of people rely on the government, their employer, the banking system. They rely on somebody too much. They play by dumb rules that don't mean much to wealthy people, and they pay too much in taxes. Okay? So here's the homework. Number 1, I want you guys to create the budget. Number 2, I want you to tie the budget to your SMART goal that we talked about 3 weeks ago. Number 3, I want you to write your goal into the FIRE community group in CFT. And I want you to share that goal for accountability so you can be on the right track. That's the homework. Take a snapshot of the homework. I want all the guys to do this. Okay, Danny B, let me get Daniel Blagrove back on here. That is the homework. Create a budget. Tie the budget to SMART goal. Okay, and then Danny B, I think we have some cool stuff for these guys to take it up a notch.
Yes, sir. Come on, man. So that is the homework. I need you guys to get dialed in on this. Listen, we're having a homework session this Friday to work through these steps so you can get leveled up and that you can be developed. All right. So in order to get a seat at this table, all we need you to do is just go ahead and grab yourself a premium membership and come hang out with us. Click the link in the chat. That way you can go ahead and get signed up. And if you sign up for a yearly membership up front, you will get $120 off for committing to your growth and development. But listen, I don't know if you remember what I said earlier. I said I had some stuff I wanted to bring you. And so here is the news, guys. As a monthly or as a yearly member, not only do you get $120 off, you will get a free ticket to the next digital mastermind experience. This is valued of over $500. Now, with a yearly membership, if you get a digital mastermind experience, you're almost wiping out the cost of your yearly membership at Cashflow Tribe. And honestly, I don't know if Ben's going to get mad at me for this, but this is what I want to do. The first person who signs up for a yearly membership, I am going to send you $100 cash so that it covers the value of a yearly membership here in Cashflow Tribe. That is what I want to do. I can't do it for everybody who signs up, but the first person, because I don't want Ben to kill me, the first person, I will get you $100 over to you along with that digital mastermind experience ticket so that you can have the full value gone before the end of the year. Now, for those who also want to sign up, just know that if you get a yearly membership, you will get access to that mastermind experience regardless. And so we want you to be a part because we want to continue to add more value to you. Now, for those who don't know, this is a 2-day event where we dive deep into real estate strategies and give you literally everything you need to get going on your first deal. If you are in Cashflow Tribe, listen, I want you to get in touch with someone named Emmanuel Abraham. Okay, Emmanuel Abraham. This is the person I want you to reach out to, a real person. He came to the 2-day event to learn how to do his first deal. And guys, I kid you not, I'm not even joking. In January, he did his first deal for $65,000 in January. This wasn't like 6 months ago or a year ago. This was just a month ago in 2021, right? So Ben, I don't even know. What is the return on investment when you spend $500 and get 65 grand? It's a lot.
It's high, man. It's high. And, for those of you guys who are doing this show for all the basic members and the premium members, we want to give you an opportunity to upgrade, right? Give you a chance to commit to this. So, Daniel, I love that you're bringing this stuff up here. For those of you that already have a Cashflow Tribe membership, amazing. God bless you. Thank you for being with us. Those of you that have an annual membership already, David, hit me up with the message, man, inside of Cashflow Tribe. I'm going to send you something special. This is a great opportunity for you guys. It's really about where you're at in your hop cycle. If you're in the learning phase and you want to do nothing but just learn, hey, totally cool, guys. If you want to join Cashflow Tribe, it's $59 a month to join Cashflow Tribe. We have live training, support, tools, calculators, all the stuff that you need in order to keep growing. It's Emmanuel, by the way. Emmanuel is the guy. And if you're already a premium member, grab an annual. This thing is pretty crazy, though, Daniel. So check it out. The annual membership to Tribe is like $588 for the whole year. The digital workshop is $500, so it's like $88, and you just offer to send them $100 cash. So what are we paying them? $12 to join for the year?
Listen, man, I really do believe in this.
Daniel,
I am telling you, man,
Daniel,
the system works. We just got to work the system.
We already got our yearly sign up.
Oh, Ben, we got a yearly sign up. Vinny, we got to know, who is our winner? Who am I giving money to?
It's a Morgan Little.
Oh, he's figuring it out.
Little.
Morgan Little.
Morgan, my man. Morgan Little. Welcome, my man. I will be sure to get that 100 to you. You are also going to the Mastermind Experience. Welcome, my brother. I am so glad for you.
Now, the rest of you guys, don't punk out just because Morgan got the promo. If you join and get an annual, I'm going to drop some cool stuff for you guys. In fact, I'm going to connect with everybody inside of Tribe who signs up tonight or upgrades. Friday at 6 o'clock, we're doing homework together. So if you're signing up, upgrading now, or just joining Cashflow Tribe Premium for the first time, we'd love to hang out with you guys on a Zoom call, one-on-one, get to know your name, get to see your camera, hear your voice, that stuff, and go through the homework session. We'll be able to post that stuff back out for members who need access and help with this. Guys, this whole series is just about helping you move one step at a time.
Hold on, Ben. I gotta cut you off, man, because I gotta shout out Justin. He just signed up for a yearly.
Ooh.
Justin, if I could see you in the chat,
hey, man.
congratulations, man. Another yearly sign up. That's what I'm talking about. He's gonna get a Mastermind Experience ticket, and so is everybody else if you sign up. Listen, there's no pressure. If you're still learning and you still want to understand the game, get a free membership and just get inundated in our community. We have a lot of resources for you to get a part in. But if you're looking to level up and take the action, get in on this homework, go ahead and sign up for a yearly or monthly membership. We want to see you there. Man, I also see Erica in the chat. Erica, I also want to shout you out because you've definitely been in the Zoom call where we go over the homework. So I definitely want to shout you out and let people in the chat know what was your experience. I hope it was really good. But overall, I just want to shout everybody out. Really appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I do want to end it off with just a few questions. So if you got questions in the chat, just list it below so we can engage. Sorry, guys. Carolina. Oh my gosh. Congratulations. I hope I pronounced your name right. Or it's Carolina. I'm so sorry. But congratulations. I cannot wait to see you on the Friday call where we're going to engage with you. You're also getting a Mastermind ticket. So we'll make sure we get that information out to you. I also want to remind everybody for being on the call, we will make sure we get you the Real Estate Secrets Exposed book by Ben. He will definitely be looking to get that information over to you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you guys, man. So many people are really leveling up, and it's important to me to really see that we're actually doing good work. So Ben, man, what's up, man? You're back.
I got kicked out, and the deal was too good. The deal was
Come on, man.
Okay, so who's joining us? By the way, if you're just joining Cashflow Tribe for the first time, give me a quick shout out here in the comments. Hey, man, I'm joining Premium for the first time. Amazing. All right, I love it. And
shout out to Sherry.
Oh,
sorry,
Sherry.
Ben. Sherry, another one. Come on, man.
I love it.
We got people coming on board, man. I'm so ready to serve these people. Sherry, welcome aboard, and we'll get that Mastermind ticket to you. We're so excited to see you. Keep going, Ben.
I love it, man. Hey, and I'm excited for you guys who are taking it up a notch and committing to your growth. I think it's awesome, guys. I don't like to push people over the edge. If you're like, dude, I don't want to do anything, I don't want to spend any money. I don't want to keep your money. I'm not the person to push you over the edge, but I am a person to encourage you to level up. So when you're ready and when you want to move forward, obviously we're here for you guys, but today is by far the best date we've ever had to join Cashflow Tribe. Now they get a premium membership, get an annual membership because there's so many cool things. And you know what, Blaine Grove, Matt and I are creating some very cool things inside of the Cashflow Tribe page. And some of you guys know what we're doing because you've had exposure to what you've been in Cashflow Tribe for a while. But I want to show you guys what I want you to do. I want you to go to the news.
Hold on, Ben. As you're pulling that up, I got to shout out Itunu. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but Itunu, you signed up for a yearly membership. Congrats to you, my man. We are definitely going to add value to all you guys this Friday and on the 2-day Mastermind Experience. But I want to make sure I shout these people out. Go ahead, Ben.
I love it, man. Congratulations, Itunu. Welcome to the team here. Okay, so in Tribe, guys, what I want you to do is when you join, send me a message and a notification over here, okay? But if you guys are brand new to this and people are like, what should I be in Tribe for? Like, what are these guys doing all day? Well, as of today, 2,400 members on the platform. This is by far the best place to connect with real estate investors. Not a bunch of Facebook groups that are off topic or whatever that have nothing to do with the group, but really getting involved in the community. So we've got groups and forums. We've got one of the most robust forum sections right now in Canada. So on any subject matter as it relates to real estate. And then the courses we teach 4 nights a week. We're doing live courses that we do. And then all of the on-demand courses that Cashflow Tribe has, where you can literally watch the course. You can save your progress in the course, check out the different stuff, graduate, move on to the next one. And one of my favorite things as I wrap up here, guys, is the calculators. Really getting on here, being able to create, let's just say, for example, we want to do a hotel profit calculator. Just plug and play, and it does the math for you. So, Daniel, let's do 10 minutes of Q&A, and we're going to wrap up for everybody here. Mark says, I see my profile on Ben's page. That's because I'm creeping you, my brother. I'm about it. I'm about that life. Okay, guys, drop your questions about personal finance in the comments, and I'm going to jump in to answer some Q&A. So, Danny, why don't you pull these questions out, and we'll go from there. Erica, you brought not find better calculators and courses. Appreciate you guys. And if you're already a Cashflow Tribe Premium member and you've got an annual membership, send me a DM tonight. I'll rock something for you guys tomorrow, okay? Everybody wins for hanging out with your boy Humble. I don't care what other lines are going on, right? This is the only line that matters. Okay, questions. Let me help you guys with the personal finance. Those of you guys who have some questions, throw them out here for me, and we'll jump into them for a few minutes. Cool? All right, everybody.
That's right. Cool. Put it in the chat, guys. Let us know. And also let us know if you sign up, and we want to shout you out. Make sure we get connected with you. This Friday, we'll be going over the homework. So we want to set you up right. Get your finances in order and get you going strong on your disciplines.
All right, real quick. Carolina said it's her birthday. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carolina. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
Come on, man.
You gotta give him a little taste. By the way, that's what happens.
Yes, sir.
All right. So is there a calculator coming for that? So guys, we'll build out a calculator when we're together on Friday. Sorry, not a calculator. We'll build out an actual budget. So everybody has a template of how you can plug and play. And there's other things that you can get out there on Google, or you can grab other things. You just need to use something. So if you have nothing, then just show up on Friday, bare bones, and I'm going to walk you guys through it. I'm going to show you I keep saying calculator. I'm going to show you the tool that I use to create a budget for yourself and also how to stay accountable. All right? So if you don't know where to get started with the homework and you're completely lost, just join Premium and just come see me on Friday. Everybody else who's not joining, just do the homework, bring it with you, because we're going to be doing more of these with Danny B. A lot of people loving this series. Steven says,
yes, sir.
Is it time?
Hold on, Ben. Hold on, Ben. You know what? I will let you finish, but I gotta shout out Lulian. I saw you in the comments. You said you was getting your wallet and you signed up. Congratulations to getting that yearly membership, along with a 2-day mastermind ticket to you, so that you will get the value. Shout out to you. Sorry, Ben. Continue with these questions. I'm getting too excited over here.
We're getting excited. Good job, Julian. Welcome. And by the way, if you're already a premium member, this is a nice late Christmas gift for somebody. Buy them a membership to Cashflow Tribe. And come to the next mastermind event. I'll be buying 2 of them just for the mastermind. Because like if I just do a budgeting on that, it's like $80 for an annual membership with that thing. Okay. Let me see here real quick. Anybody coming on Friday, we have the link for last week's class. We'll drop it for you guys as well. Steven says, is it time to refinance and pull money out or wait for the market? Steven, it depends, buddy, on what you're pulling money out for. Right now, there's so much opportunity in the real estate market for people who understand the way it works. I'm leveraging and pulling out to buy deals. In fact, my wife, Andrea, is managing our single family division in Windsor. She just bought a deal for $58,000, which is insane to me. And she sold it for $110,000. There were 6 offers on it yesterday. So she's going to clear about $45,000 after commissions, pays for the deal in cash with some equity that we had in other properties. So I'm all for pulling out equity, because the difference, guys, between 2008 and today is that in 2008, when the market dried up, so did the liquidity in the marketplace. So the money wasn't there. The money flow dried up. Today, there is so much money. If somebody's willing to give you a loan on your house for 3%, 4% or less interest, and you know what to do with it, guys, I'm telling you, that is the way to go. But invest in you. If you don't know where to invest in you, number one. Come to the boot camp. Come hang out with us. Get some details of what you need to do, and then start investing in real estate deals, whether it's off-market deals, whether it's buying your first property, whether it's long-term holds. There's many different strategies. So, Steven, it's a tough question. For me, the answer is yes. But if you're brand new and you don't want to invest in yourself at all, I would say do not practice leverage until you master personal finance. That's the best answer I have for you. Okay? Claudia says, at which point can you invest in the self-audit? Oh, by the way, Danny B is making the mark on whoever's joining us tonight. So you guys are going to get a shout out from Danny B.
Yes, sir.
At which point can you invest in self-audit? Is it only number 5 risk and reward? Claudia, can you clarify your question? I'm a little lost on what it means. Daniel, do you understand Claudia's question?
No, yeah, I try to clarify it in the comments just so we know. I believe what she's saying is, how do you assess your finances? Do you do it at every step, or do you do it only at step 5 once you get to the end?
Okay, great. I budget from step 1. I really budget step 1 because I need to know what's in the bank account. Guys, just to be clear, I don't care if you have $50 in your bank account or negative $50. It's simply understanding how much is there. If you know how much is there, then you can do something about it. So step number 1, Claudia, is about budgeting, and then it's moving through the channel, right? So Vinny, we can bring the slides back up if you want. I'll bring you back to that main
Mark,
slide.
Ben, I gotta shout out the man, the myth. No, he's real. Mark Hansen. Shout out to you, man, for signing up. Congrats. Welcome to the other side. We're so excited for you.
Welcome, buddy. Good to have you here, Mark. Okay, I love it. By the way, if I can sign up all 60 of you guys, I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to do something. If you guys sign up tonight, I'm going to do something crazy for all you guys. I don't know what it is yet, but something crazy. Okay, let me go back to your question real quick. Step number 1 is the budgeting phase, okay? So we have to budget money from day 1 so that we can start saving money. You can't save what you don't budget, okay? And then from there, we're going to go to saving. So Claudia, you can see this, that number 1 is really important. And if there's a different question, Claudia, if I misunderstood, please help me clarify, okay? By the way, the link for tomorrow's class will be the link for Friday's class will be sent out tomorrow. We're going to hit everybody up who's connecting with us and doing this piece, okay? Okay. How can we start when the prices are so high and there is killers like you? KK, all right. How can we start when the prices are so high and there's killers like you? Okay, here's the thing. There's an 80-20 rule in life. Here's what that means. That the Pareto principle would say that 20% of investors are doing 80% of the business. There is a lot. 80% is a significant part of the market. There are so many deals that move in the 80 that the 20% theoretically can't possibly do all the business. There's still so many deals moving around, KK. Like, dude, we're only buying a few houses a month, even if it's 30 houses. Do you know how many homes sell across Canada on a regular basis? You're actually not competing against me, KK. That's a scarcity. You're really competing against yourself. It's really about understanding that there's actually more and more deals for all of us. But here's the distinction. Ready? You do not find deals. You create them. You create a conversation. You create value in conversation. You solve problems that exist in the marketplace. And that's how you drive value and create a deal. You're not going to dig a deal out. Nobody's selling you a house for 60 cents on the dollar just because. Nobody goes, hi, I want to sell my house for next to nothing. You guys have to understand, it comes through conversation. Most new investors don't struggle from leads or marketing. They struggle because they're not good at sales. You don't even know how to talk to the person. I did this in the mastermind today. There's a very logical conversation that you can have with people, but you have to understand that real estate investing, looking for deals, it has to do with you being able to communicate the value you bring to the table. So KK, I promise you, there's lots of deals out there, but there's a very few, I guess, group of people willing to invest in themselves, their scale skills, and their awareness to do it. KK? Okay.
Hold on, Ben. I got to shout out Julian. Julian, you signed up. Appreciate you. Welcome to the other side. We're hoping to bring you more and more value. So welcome to the team.
Okay, I love it. KK had another question. I'll touch on this real quick. KK, I'm going to take this one step higher for everybody who's still here. My minimum lifestyle doesn't change, KK. I then take an additional 5 to 10% of my of my surplus cash and I put it into alternative sources. Real estate is my predominant vehicle of choice, but I also put money into equities. And KK, between you and I put money into my equity, and I have a 360% return on capital this year on that fund, which I'm very, very happy with. If you follow me on Instagram, I talk more about the stocks and equity market. So yes, I do. I absolutely do. It's a wonderful thing, but real estate is my predominant vehicle of choice because it provides me the most safety and the most opportunity for long-term wealth creation. All right? Boom. Callum, welcome. Callum's coming to the mastermind on the 27th. Man, everybody's hanging in there. Really getting some good value from these folks. Really, really good. Claudia, should I wait to go through all the levels of the self-audit journey before investing in a property? So let's go to the self-audit. Are you referring, Claudia, to this self-audit, the 1 through 5? I believe she is. Do I think you need to go through every level before buying real estate? Here's what I think, Claudia. I think you need to know how to budget your money. I think you have to understand surplus and saving. I think you require discipline. I think you have to have some confidence. I think you have to understand risk. And I think you have to play for reward. So you can do all of this in 30 days. You don't have to take years. I truly believe that if you do it this way, guys, you will set yourself up for success. If you buy real estate without any risk-reward understanding, with no confidence, with zero discipline, with zero money saved, and no budgeting, I think you're just gambling. So I say yes. My answer is yes. You should go through these channels. The good news is you can fast track this. It doesn't have to take you forever. Come Friday and I'll show you how to fast track this. But I think that's a fantastic question. I love it. Okay. Jennifer, will you be offering these deals to join later? I don't know what later is going to be. I know today I can offer this. Jennifer, for you to join. I'm just curious, Jennifer, if you're a basic and trying to go to premium or you're trying to go for the annual, I'm sure we can help you out We're going to be doing these offers with Danny B because we really want to inspire you guys to push. And sometimes I know people, they just need a deal. They're like, hey man, give me a deal. Danny B, give me a deal. So we decided to come and give you all some deals for that. Good job, Claudia.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
I'm a man I'm a man of the people, man. I'm trying to help you guys out, get you real value, get you real deals. I'm really glad right now because Ben's smiling, and I hope he's not going to kill me after the air, handing out $100. So let's just keep it going, guys. More value for you guys.
I'll just take the $100 from Daniel Blager. I know you got it like that.
Come on, man. I'm budgeting over here.
Come on. He's budgeting. He got the 100 in his surplus fund. James says, is there a way to watch the previous webinars in the series? Yeah, we have them actually. So if you're coming on Friday, we'll have the link from Cousin Vinny to connect you guys on that piece. Okay, cool. We'll take a couple more questions and then we're out of here, guys. We'll wrap this up and we'll see you on the flip side. Okay. Mike says, awesome. Tribe was at 1,300 when I joined. Guys, Tribe is growing quick. If you're getting FOMO, it's only going to get worse. Tribe is really growing quick, so it'd be amazing for you guys to jump on now, connect with us, and roll. All right. Let's see. Danny, let's take 2 more questions and we roll out of here.
All right. So let's see what we got here. So we got some comments. We got one person that asked, hey, is it a good time to sell my 5-plex or should I hold on to it in your opinion? But I think you need to give him some counsel.
Okay. Sell my 5-plex or hold on in your opinion. So who is that, by the way? Who's asking about the 5-plex?
That was, hold on, I'm losing the comments here. Your comment left me. Type it in the comments again.
Tom. It's Tom.
Tom
Falkins. Yeah. So Tom, listen, right now is a very speculative market, Tom. If you can put your property in the market and get considerably more than what the property is worth because of speculation, theoretically, it's a good time to sell and take your money off the table. Okay. This is greed versus fear. My question for you, Tom, is what are you going to do with the money? If you have a home for that money, you have a purpose for what you're going to do with it, I think it is a very intelligent time to take your money off the table. I have sold hundreds of my properties in the last 1.5 to 2 years, whatever, because the market's just so hot. And I love the idea, Tom, of buying low and selling high. Now, I don't know if it's going to go much higher or what the catalyst is going to look like, but every single one of you saw this chart, Tom. What I know is simple. If I feel that there's a top, if I feel that there's a speculation market, Tom, if I feel that it's not based on data, but based on drama. Remember this, Tom, right here? Okay. If I feel that we're in a state of euphoria, I don't like a volatile market. You guys know people are exiting Toronto, all those condos that are basically going to be sitting empty. How much longer can those owners really sit at those homes, those condos, those prices before they start to drop? We have to realize that markets move up and down. Every single one of you that owns real estate, by the way, if you own real estate, give me a thumbs up because you are blessed. You're probably up 100% equity in the last 4 or 5 years, depending where you are. If you've been fortunate enough to be in the game and get compensated, I think we need to stop being entitled and go, oh, I need more, I want more. No, don't be greedy. I take my money and I'm here for the next bull market. So my advice to you, Tom, is if you have a goal and a strategy beyond the 5-plex, I'm taking my money and I'm doing my thing. So I have sold. You can't look at what you're leaving on the table. You should look at what you're doing. KK, do you do Bitcoin? I do not. I do not have any Bitcoin. That is one derivative too far from reality for me. But equities I do like, and I do like stocks. Stocks is equity. I do like real estate is my primary thing. Most of my money's there. Okay. If you could say the most valuable learning lesson of your journey, what would that be? Justin. You want the real answer or the one you want to hear? Justin. The real answer is simple. Don't be a dummy. Don't be arrogant, and don't assume you know it all. Play faster, understand better, and get a mentor sooner. I wasted 7 years swinging a hammer because I was arrogant and I didn't want to get help. When I finally got mentor and I got help, my business completely changed because my mindset changed. So the best answer for you is get a mentor, come hang out with us. I know it sounds like a sales pitch, but that's the only thing I got. Is just work smarter, not harder. I have no problem working harder. That was easy. Working smarter, I was stuck. I had analysis paralysis about paying money and getting ahead. Okay? Equity has been great over the last 5-6 years. Yes, it has, Phil. Yes, it has. Okay? Okay, one more question and we out of here. Guys, I appreciate you sticking around with us and hanging out, having conversation. By the way, Friday, this is what we'll be doing. The only difference is I'm going to see your camera, be able to talk to you one-on-one. On the last one, Danny and I were going for like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. So if you guys want to get one-on-one, listen, you got nothing to lose. Nothing. If you're not in Cash Flow Tribe Premium yet and you're like on the fence, trust me, pay the $59. If you come on Friday and you hate it, ask me for a refund on Friday and we'll talk. If you join Premium and you hate your life, come on Friday, ask me for a refund and we'll talk. Okay? I want to know, like, is this actually helping you? Because I don't want your money if you're just going to be angry. I want you to do it because it's going to be valuable for you, and $59 is far less. If you just did one deal in the next 30 days, bought one rental property, flipped one house, $59 will seem like a Tim Hortons coffee. And not even a good coffee, but like a cheap, not dark roast black, regular double. Okay. All right.
Okay, Ben, we got 2 more questions and we'll wrap it up here. You said okay, these aren't questions. These are comments. Come on, one more question, y'all, before we head on out of here.
Mark is saying, would you invest in brand new properties? It depends on what I'm going to do with it, guys. So it depends on like what my investment thesis is. I don't do pre-construction condos because of this exact market right now. Remember, it's speculation driven in nature. You have to understand the moment that there's a middleman and a middleman and a middleman, you're going to get stuck, my friend. I don't want anybody here getting stuck with the hot potato. I want you guys being intelligent investors, making decisions based on fundamental growth because you need to do this now. You need to be intelligent today. If you make one bad deal, you may get a bad taste in your mouth and walk away from real estate when it actually matters. So I'm just letting you know, I've made a lot of mistakes. All right. But it's good to learn and move forward. Arthur, I hope class doesn't interfere with regular class. It will not, because our class is at 6. Friday night at 7:30. So we'll be good. All right.
Hold on, Ben. We just got one more I got to get you. RT said, how do I make you, Ben, his mentor? I need you in my circle. That's what he says. What answer do you have for that?
Come on Friday. Seriously, come on Friday and we'll talk. I need you guys to be there. There's other opportunities. There's other ways to get one-on-one mentorship through Cash Flow Tribe. If you're in this room, this is a newbie room. This is a small hop room, but we have a mastermind. We have one-on-one help. If you need it, come Friday. If you can't commit to coming Friday, you can't commit to $58. Probably don't need to talk about that at just this point. Cool? All right. That's the answer I got. You guys are awesome. Appreciate everybody. Troy, last question. What about pre-construction freehold townhouses? Same deal, my brother. any pre-construction stuff is exposed to a volatile market based on a longer time frame. And if you can afford to ride it out, then it's not a bad investment, but you have to evaluate your cash flow metrics and determine if it makes sense for you. If you're buying it on speculation, I don't want you to get caught holding the hot potato, okay? Because that'll be shitty. Juliana says, I'm looking for a money partner. I love it. Get plugged in, Juliana. Cashflow Tribe has tons of money partners, regardless, whatever you're looking for, whether it's to JV or lending or what have you. Guys, this is the community I'm building because I really believe that this is the way of the Canadian future.
Absolutely.
Thousands and thousands of people helping each other, peer-to-peer, JV deals, peer-to-peer, helping each other in a productive, supportive community. All right?
That's it.
Okay, we out of here. You guys are blessed. Have a great night. Vinny will give us an exit music. I think the link is there. We'll see you guys on Friday. Stay humble, stay focused, and keep pushing every day. I'm here for you guys, all right? Don't let it get you down. You got this.
Take care, everybody.